Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, I want to let you guys and girls know today I'm going to be talking about the 529 plan versus the custodian account. For the guys and girls that are probably tuning in, you're probably looking to invest for yourself, your niece, your nephew, your cousin, your grandchildren, and you're thinking about all the different ways you can invest. There's so many different ways, and I'm going to share today my personal take on why I chose a custodian account over the college fund 529. But ladies and gentlemen, if you're tuning in, don't forget.
Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, hit that like, comment, and share button.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, you are now tuned into the Investor Show. As always, this is your gracious host, the Prince of Investing, Prince Dykes, coming to you guys and girls live all the way from the beautiful city and state of Kansas City, Kansas. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I am now live in Kansas, Kansas. Been on a little trip here. I spent some time in St. Louis, and now I'm in Kansas City, and I'll be heading back to Denver tomorrow. But what I did want to do was I did want to come in and leave you guys and girls with something. I know I've been a little bit MIA for the last couple of days, but who cares about all of that? We're here to talk about this 529 plan. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the first three steps, my three reasons. Let's first talk about what is a 529 in college fund. So, a prime example, you are tuning into this, you hearing about this, you tune and watch this show because you're like something about investing. You're in tune into investing, which I commend you on. And but most importantly, you must pass this down to the next generation. My why is what if my dad had known what I know today? How it could have changed myself and my brother's lives. I had a great father and mother, by the way. But they didn't know about investing, which I wish they did. I wish somebody would have told them. So one of the ways you can start investing for your kids is by creating them a custodian account or a 529 college fund because we know the price of education is going up and we know with the inflation that the price of everything is going to go up. We have to put money somewhere to where it can grow. So ladies and gentlemen, that's why you're probably wondering what you can do with a 529 or a custodian account. So in this video, I had a 529 with my son myself when he was born, my son Wesley. I started him out with a 529 plan, but as I got educated and things like that, I switched over to a custodian account. And here are my three reasons why. But before I get into that, what's going on there, young Trill? He said, "What's up? What's up? What's going on, young Trill? What you doing up this late at night?" But we're going to get into what I'm talking about. All right. The first thing is a 529 plan is state regulated. So depending on what state you're in, if you're in Kansas City, or if you're in Missouri, or if you're in Colorado, if you're in Illinois, Georgia, they are regulated by the state of what you can invest in. Meaning that if you are in Georgia or if you're in Colorado or California or whatever, and you have a 529 plan, that 529 plan, the only funds that you can pick are what that state allows you to pick. That state may only allow you to pick certain types of funds. So, for prime example, a lot of them do have a bunch of type. Most of them offer you the S&P 500, maybe an international government bond. So, pretty much they allow you aggressive, moderate, and conservative, right? And you just put your money in there over time. Now, the plus about this is you're inside of an index for the most part, and you're going to be invested into it consistently over time, and you're going to get tax breaks. So, in the future, you're not going to have to pay taxes on it if you use it for education, and it can be passed down to another child. If you have $30,000 that I save up for my son, he decides he doesn't want to go to college, I can give it to my next child. I can give it to, I don't know if I need a nephew, don't quote me on that, but I know you can pass it down to another child and you don't have to pay taxes on the growth, which is awesome. But the reason why I don't like that is I only can go by what the state picks for me, right? So that's my only thing. Young Trill said option trade hunting. Okay. Well, my option trade hunting right now, I want to take a segue. That's a comment that's live. Right now, I'm still holding my Netflix June 18th. I think it's 510. I'm still holding that to see if Netflix make a comeback after that beat down on earnings. That's my thing there. Okay. That's my latest one. But back to the conversation. So it's state regulated. You only can put your money into what the state allows you to put your money into. So you can put money into a college fund, and you're only allowed to do what the state is doing, right? Now, next thing is reason number two. Reason number two is the red tape. I don't like the red tape around investing, right? This is why I only like the reason why I don't like the red tape around investing is let's take my son for example. Ladies and gentlemen, I've said this many times. I believe that traditional education like universities, I think that's becoming more obsolete in the current economy that we're growing into the future. If you're not earning a degree in science and STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and math, your degree is pretty worthless these days. I won't say worthless all the way because you can learn something, but it's not worth getting $100,000 in debt for. So let's say, for a prime example, you go out, pay $100,000 to get through college, get this business degree, and then you don't have experience, and now you have $100,000 of debt, and then you only qualify to get jobs for $30,000. Now you end up working at Chili's, nothing wrong with working at Chili's, but you end up working at Chili's part time, trying to pay for student loans and trying to get into the business world. It could be an uphill battle because nowadays they're going to say, hey, you got a college degree, but where are your certifications and where's your experience? So now you go back to school to get certifications, and you're starting out on a bad foot to get that much debt. So that's why I'm not big on it. Your funds, if you use a 529 plan, you have to use the funds for college or you're going to get penalized. So I don't like red tape around, hey, you got to go to college. And if you don't go to college, I'm going to have to pay all this money and fees and penalties and pay federal taxes on it, right? I don't like that, right? Because let's say if my son says, Dad, this money that you put aside for me, I want to go out and start my own business. I just want to get a real estate license. I just want to get a real estate license and start my own real estate company, or I want to start my own business. So that's what I don't like about the 529 plan. That's why I didn't utilize it. And then I only have one child at this time, which is Wesley, 10 years old, and I don't know if he's going to go to school. you know he, he's just like me when I was 10. I hate reading, I hated school, so who knows. So he may not want to do that. And with the 529 plan, you have to send your kids to college. So, well, you don't have to, you can get penalized, but I don't like having red tape around my money. If I put up money, I invest money. I don't want red tape around what I can do with my money, how I can do it. So I'm not a fan of that. That's my second reason why I didn't like college funds. Now let's roll into number three. Let me see what y'all say in the comments before I roll back. Max B, what's going on? That's my guy, Max B. I don't have, y'all know I'm outside right now. I'm not in my studio back in Denver, or my, if you want to call it that, back in Denver in my basement. So I'm here. So what's going on? He said also I can only use it for schools, right? You're right, Max B. You can only use 529 plans for college, and if you can take the money out, but you have to pay taxes on it and all these penalties and stuff like that. I'm not cool with that. Young Trill said Netflix to the moon. Okay, hope so. We'll see. He set the setup. We'll see. Right? Netflix had a bad fall off after their last earnings report, and I want to see if they're going to make a nice little move here or next week, uh, or whatnot. Let's see. Let's see. I think their price range right now, Netflix is $498 at the bottom. It's the support level. It's just a resistance level, and the support level is at 511 right now. We want to see if they can get back to that 510, which they were kind of touching earlier last week. So we're gonna see if they can get up to there. If they get there, I'll be cashing out my call option. Max B said, "Would you prepay for college ever over a 529?" I'm not big on pre Max B. I'm not big on over prepaying for college. What if my son doesn't want to go to college? What if you don't want to go to college? What if you are smarter than I am and you want to go start your business at 18 or 19, which a lot of kids are doing? A lot of kids are, you have plenty of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency millionaires. You have people that may want to take money and start their own podcast. They may want to take money and build a t-shirt company, brands. They have way more accessibility than 20, 30 years ago when I was a kid. When you came out of college, you didn't have, at 18, you didn't have that many options for starting a business. Nowadays, there's so many more options. So I would not be a fan of prepaying for college. That would not be me. And Max B says, too many players in streaming. We need more M&As. You're right. You're right. Mergers and acquisitions. Okay. All right. So let's get back to it. Number three. So the first one was it was state regulated. Number two was I don't like the fact that it has the red tape. And number three, picking investments. Take my son for example, right? He loves Southwest Airlines, and I think it's because his name is Wes, and he says Southwest or whatever. But he loves Southwest Airlines. He loves McDonald's. Uh, things like that. He loves McDonald's. He loves Southwest Airlines. So it started as a joke. I started buying him McDonald's stocks, and I started buying him Southwest Airlines stocks, which paid off nicely for him. Actually, they doubled their investment. So that's a big thing there. But the thing about it is your child may want to get involved with investing. See if they like Nike, see if they like Southwest Airlines, they may like Apple, they may like the new what's this Fortnite. He loves Fortnite. So I forgot the company name that creates Fortnite. But I may say, hey, you know what, son, I'm gonna buy you stock in the Fortnite. I'm gonna buy you stock in the Southwest Airlines. I'm gonna buy you the stock into Google. He loves it on his iPad. So you can make investing more I think funner, not funner, but is that a word? I don't know. But anyway, you can interact with the child if you can pick the investments. You cannot pick the investments with the 529. Like I previously stated, the 529 you have to pick out of the indexes that the state allows you to pick. So those are my three reasons. Number one reason is I don't like state regulated. State regulated means that the state picks what you invest in, which is not bad at all, and you get the tax breaks, but you only can pick what the state allows you to pick. Number two, the red tape, you got to go to college with it. What if your child or son, I don't know what type of world we'll be living in the next decade, especially the way my son is looking now. Wesley, if you listen to this, Dad is not saying anything bad about you, but he may not want to go to college. He may say, Dad, I want to invest into your business, right? Or I want to start my own business. Or he may have another investment idea, and I don't want the red tape. And number three, picking investments. Investing is supposed to be fun, in a way to interact a child or bring a child into it is, hey, look, my nephew, when I opened up his investment account, I brought him AT&T because he had an AT&T phone. He loved the company. I was able to get him involved with it. That's why I didn't like it as well. This is why I chose the custodian account. The custodian account I was able to create when he turns 18 is going to be his. Yes, he has to pay capital gains tax, but he has the leeway to where he can sell everything and go off. He can continue to build on it, or he can sell everything and buy whatever he wants to buy or whatever. So that's my three reasons. Number one, state regulated, the red tape, and picking investments. All right, let me see what y'all say in the comments before I roll up out of here. Young Trill, he got the muscle signs. He says strong. Okay, no problem. Max B said every kid loves Roblox. That's very true. I may be buying him some Roblox, right? He's been talking about that as well. So I may buy him some Roblox, so but you can see the kids are the future. When I was a kid, I remember having an Apple computer. I remember having Nike. I remember having we liked the Nike. I liked Apple. I loved McDonald's as a kid, and that was luxury food for me back then. But all those things, guess what? You look at the things that are popular today, they were popular when we were kids. So the kids are the future, ladies and gentlemen. Keep that in mind. So you're right. So I was able to get him involved with investing too. Young Trill, he says, quick question. Can you purchase a call option limit order 2 hours before the market opens? Um, you can put in a limit order, but it's very hard to get a limit order when the market opens because um, options are so volatile. By the time the market opens up, it can shoot through your price, up or down, very fast. And a limit order means you want to buy something at that exact price. You're saying, I want to buy this exact price, and it can shoot above or below your limit order. Maybe a stop order, but when it comes down to option trading, it's hard to get a limit order right when the market opens, especially if you're playing like earnings or something like that. All right. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hope y'all got something out of this quick episode. I want to show you guys and girls why I picked the 529, why I picked the custodian account over the 529. I started out with a 529 when my son got his social security number. I said I want to do better than what my dad did. Started him a college fund, and then I realized, hey, the college fund really wasn't growing. And I realized, it wasn't growing because something was wrong with the 529. I didn't know what the heck I was doing either. But once I learned, I said I like the custodian account a little bit better. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done so already, y'all go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share button. I'm on the road right now. So when I get back, I love to get back in tune with y'all guys and get back to some content of creating more on this channel. All right. One last question I'm going to take before I roll out of here. Young Trill says, so if it's at $0 purchase at market price, you got an option at 0.00. What the heck are you buying, Young Trill? But you can put in a market. I like to place a market order. The market order means get me the best price market. Usually when I buy my options, me personally, I usually go in with the market price so I know I get in for what I want to do. But if you have some type of different strategy, maybe that may work for you. Okay. Okay, so he said he missed print. He meant point zero 0.01. Oh, yeah, he's getting those penny contracts. Depending on the options you're trading, it could be very volatile. What's the expiration date? If the expiration date is this Friday and you're doing it on a wild stock, like let's say if you're doing it on Netflix that moves very fast, it may be hard to get it just for a penny, but you might be able to get the best price. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me get up out of here. Let me get up out of here. I gotta get running. I definitely appreciate y'all for checking it out. Hold on one last question. One last one. Young Trill said, I sent you a DM on Instagram a couple hours ago. Okay, okay. All right. I definitely try to get in into the DMs and check back with everybody too. All right, so I definitely check that out. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, my name is Prince Dykes. This is the Investor Show. And to the next video, podcast, cartoon, or whatever y'all see me doing crazy around the globe, peace, be safe. I'm out. Thank you.